Hey everybody, happy Monday. Happy Monday. Okay, I am going to share this out real quick, as I always do. And for those of you who are seeing the replay or jumping on, this is not a reading right now. This is about connecting with your loved ones in spirit. I get a lot of questions about how to connect with spirit. And a lot of people will think that they can't do it, that they are unable to do it. You have to be a psychic medium, you have to take special classes, you have to do all these certain things in order to be able to connect with spirit, to connect with your loved ones on the other side. And I'm here to tell you right now that that's just not true. I can definitely, and I love helping people connect. I love doing readings, whether here on Facebook or in private readings, and like really helping facilitate that connection and giving people clarity, giving them peace, giving them confirmation, validation. I love that. But I also want people to know that you can do this anytime you want. I know a lot of you probably, if you've been hanging out with me or watching me, you've experienced this in your life already. I know I have a lot of people who are, really intuitive or empathic that are in my community. So you've probably experienced some of this already. I'm going to share this out real quick though to my page and then to my group. And so this may be some things that you already know, but I also have people who will message me or connect with me and want to know how they can, or they feel like they can't do it. They feel like they're not getting any signs. They feel like they're not connecting or questioning what they see and what they feel, if it's real or not. So let me just go ahead and share this out, but hold on a sec. I am not doing readings this time, everyone. So if you're on here for a reading, I am so sorry. I'm not doing it right now. Hopefully another day this week, I will be. But for right now, there we go. Okay. So what I'm going to do are give you some quick tips about how to connect with spirits. You can start practicing, right? I want you to start practicing this. Remember, it's a spiritual practice. It's a psychic reading practice, mediumship practice. That's why we say practice. It's ongoing. You're growing, you're learning. So come into this with the feeling and the energy that there's no pressure, there's no right or wrong, and knowing and believing that you have the ability to connect to your loved ones in spirit at any time, okay? At any time. And believe me, they are waiting for you to do so. So don't worry about that. Whatever you went through when they were here with you on earth, whether you had a really close relationship, or maybe you were out of touch with them, or maybe you had, some difficult times, let all of those things go. Release everything that you know from your relationship on earth, and know that where they are in their spiritual realm, they are only love energy. They are only love energy. So they are happy to connect with you, even if you were still arguing or had words that weren't so pleasant when they passed. They only have love now. They don't carry judgment. They don't carry resentment. They don't carry a grudge. They don't sit there and stew over things that happened, okay? They simply are love energy, and they love to help. It's almost like they have just an energy of service, and they want to see you connect. They want to see you grow in your own spirituality. They want to see you be happy. They want to see you fulfilled. They want to see you living life to the fullest. Believe that. Even if they didn't have the chance to do that for themselves, even if, like I said, you were in, not such a great place, they still want the best for you, okay? There's no human junk. Like, there's no more human baggage on their mind. It's just complete love and peace, okay? So just know that, like, go into this knowing that. And so really releasing any old stuff, any old patterns, any old situations with them, anything, any concerns, any earthly or human concerns, okay? And they are here. Their purpose is to connect with you, to show you love, right? To communicate their love for you, to be able to guide you, to be able to comfort you and let you know you're not alone. Okay, here's what they're not here for. They're not here to, like I said, continue any arguments. They're not here to give you the winning lottery ticket number. They're not here to help humans do more earthly things, okay? They're not here for that. They're not here to show you a treasure map to a pot of gold. They're not here to scare you. They're not here to upset you. They're not here to tell you bad news, okay? They are here to lovingly guide you. And if they are trying to let you know about something that is coming or that you need to think about that isn't so pleasant, they're going to do it in a loving way. They're not going to scare you. So if anything feels scary about it, not from spirit. It's not from spirit. It's not from them. Okay. So release any preconceived notions that you have about connecting from spirit, from TV, from the movies, from any of that stuff. And believe me, I've watched all the movies. I absolutely love the movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze and Whoopi Goldberg. Love that. I love, I love watching The Long Island Medium. But just release any of those ideas right now, because that's not always how it happens. If you watch The Long Island Medium, some people may have that experience, and she has her own flavor to what she does. She's her own individual. She's done her own work, her own journey. So appreciate her for who she is, but don't expect and put those expectations on yourself or any other reader, like any other medium that you have a reading with, that they're going to do that. Just because that's in the mainstream media, right, on TV, doesn't mean you're going to walk into the grocery store and go, oh, I see your Aunt Sally standing next to you. Here's the deal. Like, it might not be like that for you. It's not like that for me. Okay, so it could get to that place, and I'm open to it. If that happens to me eventually, cool. But right now, that's not how mediumship works for me. So I had to release all expectations of what we're taught or shown in our mainstream media, because it's just not true, or it's not true for everyone, okay? And so release all of that. So what you want to do first, okay? So hey everybody, hey Brandis, hey Heather, Morgan, Brenda, Christine, Diane, Kathy, Mercy, Erin, and Ashley, Linda, Diamond, Elise, Kelly, what's going on? Michelle, and Allison, and Crystal, and Betsy, what's up? Yes, I did start doing mediumship. Gosh, I mean, probably when I started doing readings live, so probably a year ago, I started to get, let's back up. I've been doing mediumship for a long time, but I didn't quite totally trust it at first. And probably back in my 20s was when I can really remember my first real experience with spirit. Was probably, and I'm sure when I was a child, I had all sorts of connections, but they were imaginary friends. I would talk to myself all the time, and I felt like I had presence, like I had presences that were listening to me a lot and communicate with me for sure. But specific individuals mediumship, the first instance that I truly remember is in my 20s when no, not even my 20s. I was 18 and messing with a Ouija board. So don't recommend that. I don't recommend that at all. I don't recommend it. No, but I knew that I knew that I was moving the Ouija board myself, and I was saying, I heard spirit telling me something, and I would spell it using the letters on the Ouija board. So it was weird because I knew I was moving it, but I knew I was hearing it from somewhere else. And the other person that was with me was like just confirming that was something their loved one would have said. Like it was, specific names of family members. Like that was weird. But I do feel like I picked up on some things from that Ouija board experience that weren't cool. So that followed me for a while. So I would not do that again. So anyways, but but as far as here on Facebook, probably when I started reading live, I did have I would start getting more and more hits. And then I said, okay, I want to grow this more. I want to grow it more. So I know, that I feel confident in this. So it's awesome. I love it so much. Okay, so I will read your comments after I go through some of this. So the first thing what you want to do when you are wanting to connect with your loved ones in spirit, and this is if, I would suggest practicing with yourself first. Just like I suggest practicing angel cards on yourself or tarot cards. Go with yourself, get a quiet space where you're alone, and really just find a quiet space where you can feel like your energy flowing. You can create your own meditation corner. You can create your own altar with your crystals and anything that you have, with your cards, with candles, like something. Just set the stage. You know what I mean? Set the stage to really bring in all the energy that you can. Do you need those things to read spirit? Absolutely not. You don't need, it doesn't have to be a big spread. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be all the things, all the crystals and all the incense and the candles. But if you have them and that makes you feel good, like you feel like you're getting in the mode, do whatever you can do. So, you know, sitting comfortably in a chair, on your couch, or on a pillow, someplace where you're comfy and cozy and you're not going to be disturbed. I know it's hard sometimes. I have 4 kids, so I always have to make sure that everybody's either out of the house or in a separate, like they're upstairs, I'm downstairs when I'm doing readings. Like I gotta have that clear connection. So take a picture, you know, get a picture of your loved one in spirit and have it be a picture that you can see his or her face really clearly. Like the light is good, it's not dark, it's light, you can see them. Have a picture of them smiling, preferably. Just kind of give them their own positive energy coming out through the picture. If you don't have one of them smiling, that's totally fine if they didn't like to smile. But if you do have one where they're feeling uplifted and happy in that photo, definitely use that and make sure you can see their eyes clearly, okay? Because you want to, the eyes are the gateway to the soul, right? So really just make sure it's a clear picture where you can see their eyes, okay? And then set an intention. So first, make yourself comfortable and get a photo of them to have with you, okay? Have everything that you need. If you need to have some spiritual music, some meditation music in the background, or third eye opening music, totally do that. So once you're comfortable and in a space where you feel like you're not going to be disturbed and you have all the tools around you that you need, set the intention. So just like if you're beginning a yoga practice or if you're starting a coaching call with one of your clients or whatever it is, set the intention for how you want this to go. Remember that you are in control. You're in the driver's seat, okay? Again, release any thoughts of mainstream media and what you know about spirit and hauntings and all that stuff. Let it go, okay? Because you are in control. Just like what I say about Mercury retrograde, yes, oh my God, and last week was a doozy, let me tell you. It can be legit and real. There are energies that are powerful out there, but you have energy from the creator. You have that same source energy from the creator, which makes you a very powerful being when you want to use it and turn it on. And you were given that as a gift. So you are in control. You have the power to really be able to say what you want to happen and how you want this to go, okay? You can determine the outcome and you can control what you're letting in and what you're releasing, okay? Know that. You're in the driver's seat, all right? Not spirit. So set the intention that you are open for communicating with your loved one, okay? And you have their picture, right? You're setting the intention, you're getting them in mind, okay? You're setting the intention and you're inviting them to come and connect with you, okay? Spirit loves to be invited, right? We get signs from spirit all the time, right? When we're open to see it, but they really love to really get close to you and connect. They love the invitation. Open yourself up and give them that invitation. And while you're setting that intention, take that photo of your loved one and look at them. Look them right in the eyes, right? And meditate on them. Connect with them through that photo. Feel them. Feel their presence. Let whatever energy washes over you, let it come over you. It's okay. So just look at the eyes and meditate on them and feel the feelings, right? Set that intention. I want to communicate with you. And just say, say hey, say hello, tell them you love them, tell them you're happy to open the communication channels, that you're so excited to talk to them, and you invite them in, okay? Now, next, after that, you want to have your own rituals, right, of visualization and protection, because you want to make sure that as you're inviting them in, once you set that intention for opening yourself up to communicate with spirit, that you're bringing protection rituals in and prayers. That can be to Archangel Michael. You can have your own protection prayers already, or you can, create them, whatever it is, right? Or something that you have done already with cards. Say what you need to say to have your own protection ritual. Ground yourself, protect yourself, and then you can do a visualization. So you can visualize, in your third eye, right? You can do a visualization to open up your third eye. You can do a visualization to open the gates and let spirit come in, and visualize your loved one coming to you, right, from spirit. You can visualize all of these things. And I am actually going to start a mentorship program for people who want to grow their mediumship skills. And within that program, I can help you really get specific with your visualizations and protection rituals. But I'm giving you just an example, or just the fact, telling you that this is something you want to have in place. Okay, so visualizations and protection rituals, opening your third eye. If you feel like you're less comfortable with that, then you might want to go on YouTube and look up guided meditations for opening your third eye, or guided meditations for connecting with your spirit guides. And you can do those guided meditations every single day just to get yourself in the mode, okay? So if you're not sure how to create your own rituals, you can absolutely go on YouTube and just meditate, do guided meditations to get yourself used to it, okay? And I even do those, even though I have my rituals and my visualization. I have a specific visualization that I do whenever I'm going to come on for a reading, and whenever I'm going to connect with spirit on the other side. I have a specific visualization that I walk myself through, and I also have a specific protection prayer and ritual that I do, okay? So have those for yourself, or if you want to work with me on this, just let me know, comment below and say, Jen, ask if you want to ask about my mediumship mentorship coming up. Just go ahead and comment on that and I'll message you. Okay. So once you have those rituals in place, you opened yourself up. You can do meditations to connect with your spirit guides. Okay. Because you want your spirit guides to also help out. They're the ones that are always helping you out to connect, whether you're doing a mediumship reading or a card reading. Your guides are the ones that are standing by you, helping you. So you're calling them in. Okay. And again, if you don't know how to do that, you can do guided meditations on YouTube for that. So then, once you do all of those things and you're now making that connection, right? You're still meditating on your loved one. You're still seeing them in your mind's eye, sending them love and inviting them in. Then you can ask questions. Ask questions to them. What do you want to know, right? What do you want to ask them? What do you want to tell them? Or just talk. You could have a conversation like I'm having with you now, or have a conversation like you did when they were alive, right? I mean, and I hate to even say alive, because I know even in spirit, their soul is still so alive. So when they were on earth in their earthly body, right? So have a conversation like you did with them then. And there's no right or wrong. Do what comes to you. Do what your instinct and your higher self is pulling you to do, what you feel guided to do. And then once you do that, release any expectations. Once again, just like in the beginning, release expectations of what the media has for connecting in spirit and what the TV shows and ghost hunters and all those things say. And release any expectations of how the message will be delivered back to you. And just remain open. Remain open to what you see, open to what you hear, open to what you smell, open to what you sense, or open to what you feel like you just know. Okay? Be open to all of those things, because you don't know how your loved one is going to choose to connect with you. Some loved ones, it's like you hear their voice in your head. Some loved ones may send you visual signs. Some loved ones, you may smell a familiar scent that that from their lives on earth that reminds you. You may just feel like you know that you know that you know, like you're getting a message or a feeling or some sort of a sense of knowing that they're telling you or speaking to you, or they want you to do something, or you're being compelled to feel a certain way. Be open to whatever way that spirit is looking to communicate with you. But know that they are, okay? Know that it's coming, okay? So know that it's coming. And do a body scan. Do a body scan and say, how am I feeling right now? The body never lies, right? So if people question their mind and they start to question their truth and question themselves and question their experience and second guess, I say do a body scan. Do you feel anything anywhere? Do you have goosebumps on your arms, on the back of your neck? Do you feel like someone's touching your hair? Sometimes with one of my loved ones in spirit, I will feel a tug on the back of my hair on the right side. Sometimes you will feel just something near you. Do you feel something that's cold? Do you feel heat? Do you feel a breeze? Okay, just do a body scan and see how you feel. Do you feel like you have an aching back? Do you feel like you're having trouble breathing? Anything that might be relative to like either how they passed or something that they were dealing with in life or something in their life on earth, something that would just really connect you with them. Do a body scan, okay? And also release your expectations of time. You may get an instant answer, all right? And you can write it down, right? Or you can just take it in. When you're just beginning, you might want to write everything down that you're experiencing, everything that you hear and sense, just so you can see your progression. You can really communicate that way. And then you can ask another question, but just give it whatever time frame spirit speaks to you. Just know that it's on its own time. There is no earthly time in spirit. So you may receive an instant message. You may receive one later on that day. You may receive it the next day or the next week. Just once you do that, once you ask the questions and you talk to them, just again, remain open. Remain open to no expectations of time or how it's going to be done. The next thing is to trust. Once you talk to them, once you open yourself up, and once you've communicated, just now trust. You have to trust that there's no right way or no one way or certain way that spirit is going to communicate back with you. So whatever you're feeling, there is no coincidence, right? Trust that what you're seeing or feeling or knowing is correct and is communication from them. I have a friend who is so adamant that he won't trust any signs at all. Like, he will not trust anything. He wants, like, I joke with him and I say, do you want, your loved one in spirit to roll out the red carpet and send you an engraved invitation? Like, it won't happen like that. If your expectations are way too high and you need to have like such specificity and you need to have a certain thing or you're not going to believe, you're going to find that you have trouble connecting with spirit. And you're going to miss out on all the potential signs that you're getting. You're missing out on their loving messages by doing that. You're cutting yourself off from spirit. So don't expect that you're going to be getting hearing somebody speak your name or seeing like an apparition that's standing in the room with you. That's not how it's going to be. You don't know how it's going to be. So be open to everything, but be open to anything and everything, and trust that it's accurate. Trust that you're getting messages. If you see a butterfly flutter by, if you see the same numbers over and over again, just trust all of that. And just trust and watch and listen. So just know that and feel comfortable that they are there to communicate with you and they deliver. Trust me, they deliver. So trust yourself, okay? And then the last thing you want to do when you're done communicating with your loved one is you want to close up shop. You want spirit to know, like I said, you got to set those boundaries. I said that on another video. Set the boundaries. Okay, I'm done. Thank you so much. I always, thank spirit or thank my loved one for connecting with me. I was so happy to see them and connect with them and send them love and receive the love that they're giving back to you. And I always say something like, I will see you later. I will see you again. I can't wait to talk to you again. I can't wait to see you again. Until next time. I don't say a permanent goodbye. I don't say that's it. I leave it open. I leave it open-ended, but I do end the session. I do that right now. It's done, and I'm not communicating anymore. So I have a closing ritual, just like you had sort of an opening ritual. Now you want to have a closing ritual. You want to have a ritual to cut the energetic cords, and you want to have a ritual, of your loved one or spirit going back to where they are, going back to their world, right? You want to have that visualization, that meditation, and have a protection prayer, and to cut those cords and to ground yourself once again, okay? And that's it. And you're, like I said, you're in control. You get to decide. Spirit doesn't have to linger. They don't have to. They're not going to come and bust in on you in the shower or, at some weird moment. Like you can say, I am done now, and I will talk to you later. And send them love, of course. Hey, everybody. So I'm going to read some of your comments, and if you have any questions, go ahead and ask. I hope that really helped you. And by the way, I am going to do a mediumship mentorship program for those of you who want to dive deeper into these steps that I gave you, and you want to learn how to actually use those steps to do this for yourself, and maybe, hey, do it for others too, right? If I'm doing this, you can do this. We all have the same abilities. I truly, truly believe that. And you want to work closer with me to open up your own channels and figure out how your own practice would work, then comment below or message me, and I will give you the details of that. And I'm super excited to do that. This is something brand new that I'm doing. It's going to be for those who want to open up their mediumship skills. Let's see, I can, but only a few people when I can start to go to sleep. It's like a wind in my ears, but it happens rarely. Would love a reading. I'm not doing readings right now, Ashley, but I love that you're getting some sort of physical feeling. So that's one of your clear senses then, you're that feeling. So if you set that intention and open yourself up to connecting, you let spirit know. Maybe they're just giving you a little nudge, like they want to connect, and they're letting you know, hey, we're here, we love you, but you want to go deeper with them. Set that intention, try these steps, see if that helps you. And I'll bet it happens more often than you realize, but the mind is probably a little too busy or not quite looking for it or paying attention to it to pick up on them. I wish it was a practice for me. They've been bugging me since I can't remember. Oh my gosh, Erin, it totally can be a practice for you. Absolutely. You already are so intuitive in doing your readings and doing other things. It's just a logical, just another way to open up your practice even further. And if you're connecting, it's just practicing on making that more, I don't want to say more formal, but doing it in a way where you can maybe have more control over it, and just make that part of your practice and part of open yourself up to that. If that's your intention, if you want to do that, try it. Why not? Start practicing. You're welcome, Diane. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Lorelei and Heather. Hey, Brenda. I am so sorry that your mother-in-law passed. I'm so sorry to hear that. I am so sorry about that. I hope you're okay. I'm not doing readings right now. Hey, Christine, your timing is spot on. My wife has told me for weeks she is here, and I'm okay, so thank you. You're welcome, Lorelei, and that's amazing that her spirit is coming to you. It's such a gift, isn't it? Such a gift. Just be like, just allow yourself to be just wrapped up in her love, because it's just as strong now in spirit as it was when she was on earth, for sure. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Cindy. Kelly's imaginary friends. I know, right? I had great tea parties all by myself and with spirit. You always felt that way too, Brenda. We can all relate, right? There are instances, I'm sure, in all of our lives where things just seemed weird coincidences, or there were some synchronicities. All of us. Hey, Ciara. Is your uncle watching over me? Jessica, of course he is. Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you want to invite him to talk to you more about that or guide you and show you more, ask him. All you have to do is ask. Like with spirit, it's literally that simple. You ask, or in your mind, you think of them, or you ask, and they're there. It's, again, not like TV and not like movies where like Patrick Swayze had to go through all these spirit lessons in order to, go see Demi Moore. Like, I'm sure they have their own lessons over there, and they learn from other spirits, and they're guided on that part of their journey. But they can be with you instantly. And not just that, but they can be with more than you. So if you're asking for, if you have a loved one in spirit and you're asking for their presence, but another family member is asking for their presence, they're so powerful. They're infinite. They can be in two places at once and they can still do the same thing. Hey, Deborah, happy Monday, my love. Good to see you here. Make sure you're disconnecting afterwards. Yup, you have to do that. You definitely have to do that. Gotta run. We'll finish this later. Awesome, Lorelei. Welcome back if you're on the replay. Hey, newbie from Australia. Sue, welcome. You're welcome, Kelly. Hey, Janice from Buford. Mandy. Crystals for protection. So I would say, especially when if you're doing like anything in the psychic realm, you want your amethyst. That's for, I'll show you mine. Ready? I'm gonna show you. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that gorge? That's my amethyst. It's on my desk. It sits with me for psychic protection and clarity. You also want tourmaline, black tourmaline. That's a great one for protection. Also black obsidian. Let's see. If you want to open yourself up for clearer connections, clear quartz is awesome for that, to really just to get that clear psychic connection. I love that. You can also do labradorite or fluorite for protection, but I personally really love like the tourmaline, like black tourmaline or obsidian. Yeah, and like I said, amethyst, clear quartz. You can even do like a patchy tear that can take negative energy and sort of diffuse it and transmute it. That's a great one too. So many, those are my faves. Those are my go-tos. Yes. And then I always have my rose quartz nearby to kind of open up my heart chakra. I love the rose quartz for sure. Yep. Sounds great. I'll be very interested. Awesome, Sue. I will message you. I will totally message you. Hey, Courtney. Hey, Gavin and Daniela and Haley and Sarah. I lost my beautiful sister recently. I talk, dance, laugh, just like she is with me in the physicals. It is beautiful. That is beautiful. She was a psychic medium. Oh my goodness. Well, she must be just really, really connected to you and just very, very, she probably had no issues transitioning to the spirit world and learning how to navigate herself. That's so cool. And it's gorgeous. And it is such a blessing. So I'm glad that you're like so open to it and wanting to know more. That's awesome. Are there any connections with my mom, Melissa? Oh, of course. Of course. All you have to do is think of her. Think of her, talk to her, and she's with you. And so if you need to know more or see more or whatever that is, then you can practice those steps and really start making those connections with her. And like if you have questions for her, if you want to speak with her, if you want her to guide you, like she's always there, always. If you ask and invite, and I'm sure she's there around you anyway, but she would love for you to invite her to connect closer, of course. Ciara says, I link butterflies, robins, and feathers to my loved one in spirit. Amazing. Yep. And a lot of times they'll send you signs in nature, right? They do that. It's incredible. I actually had an experience once where I have a loved one that I was connecting with in spirit, and that was really having difficulty making sense of his death. And so there were birds, like pigeons. There were pigeons, and they were all around, like up high. And I saw one that was kind of on a lower branch, and I said, if you can hear me, and if you're okay, and you are around watching us, and like you're here, please send me that bird. Move that bird. And I kid you not, that bird jumped off of that branch and flew and sat at my feet. And they're not friendly birds. Like they're not, like I didn't have any bread. Like it wasn't like these birds. Like I was just like, whoa. Like it was, I had no sooner gotten the thought out of my head, finished the sentence in my head. This was in my head, by the way, that bird just came down and hopped down from the tree and was right in front of me. I was like, that's like, so just nature, keep your eyes out. That's one of the ways they love to connect with you. Absolutely. Hey, Yesenia. Hey, Ashley. It's good to know to open and cut the points. Right. Like you get to logged on at the right time. You get to log in, you get to log out. Absolutely. It's in your control. Hey, Vicky. You're welcome, Sue. Enlightening information. What about ringing ears? I would ask you if you feel like that's a sign for you, because every one of us are different. Our experiences are different. You could have clairaudience as one of your stronger signs. So if your ears are ringing, I'm getting chills right now. Whoa. Hello. Okay. If you're ringing in your ears and you feel and you have a knowing and you have a sense that it's meant for you for a reason, trust. I want you to start trusting that what you're sensing is a sign for you. And then you can ask to continue. Okay, so I hear my ears are ringing. What do you need me to know? Right? And try to still keep that connection going. Christine says, I did a pendulum read the other night. I thanked them afterward, but never said goodbye and went through a closing ritual right now. Well, you can do that right now. It's totally fine. You can just do that. You can ask Archangel Michael to come and just cut any energetic cords that are around you or connected from you to anyone in spirit or any other energies, and just ask to be disconnected. Totally, right? That you can make it that simple if you want to. Or you can do a visualization where you see yourself, either closing a door or closing a gate, visualize what speaks to you, like a door that you love or something, like a cool, and you are guiding spirit out and you're closing the door, okay? Like something that means something to you. So you can totally do that. Jennifer says, I love this. I saw my aunt walk into me when I was in the kitchen, and my mother comes to me in my dreams. Thank you so much. Yeah, and dreams are another way. We see our loved ones in dreams. Believe that. Believe they're there to connect with you and they're saying hello. Because when you're dreaming, your humanness, like your human mind, is asleep. So you're just total spirit connection. You're so open at that point. It's your subconscious. It's your higher self at work. So how cool is that? Hey, Dominique. What a gift you got to see your aunt. You got to see your aunt in the kitchen. That's so awesome. Hannah says, my mom has been coming to me in recurring dreams. I have an appointment to get my tubes tied, and in my dream, she keeps telling me to really make sure that it's what I want. I'm sure, but it feels like she's trying to almost warn me against it without actually saying it. So surreal. So I wouldn't be afraid like she's warning you that something's going to go wrong in the operation of the surgery. And by the way, it's so awesome that she's doing that. So what a gift. Be blessed. I think maybe she knows your heart. She just knows your heart, and maybe she sees your soul, and maybe she sees your higher self, and says, just be sure. If there's a little piece of you that's questioning, or if you're doing this for someone else, or if you're doing this as a decision that's, maybe not in complete alignment with you, just check that out. You know what I mean? Really make sure. I would take her words right there at face value and say maybe she just sees a piece of your higher self that hasn't been looked at. Teresa Reyes, I miss my mom. Oh, I'm sorry that you lost her years ago, 35 years ago. I know that must be so hard, but know that she's just with you whenever you need her. Like, she's there for you, and she would just love to connect with you anytime. Hey, Shaky. You're so welcome, Sue. Hey, Georgette. Jana says, I've been a widow for 15 years. Both my sons graduated in May, one from college, the other from high school. My husband was the love of my life. Is he happy with how I raised them? Of course he is. And why? Because he's absolute love energy. He has nothing but love and support for you. He wouldn't be critical of you at all. And he's there by your side helping you do so and guiding you. So he's still part of your life. He's still part of your parenting team. He's still, he's that, co-parent in spirit. So definitely, spirit doesn't get angry and resentful and be like, what the heck, or critical. He's there to support you. If you feel like you're having challenges with, parenting or going through a stressful time, call on him. Call on him for guidance. Ask him to be there be your supporter and guide you. What would be, guide me to really open my mind and heart to what is my next best, like what I need to know to really grow myself as a parent. Like, he would be more than happy to just love and support you through that. But of course, he's proud of you and he's proud of your sons. Absolutely. Totally. So proud of you. You're welcome, Diane. You're welcome, Christine. Sue says she knew it was her calling. She was excited. Unfortunately, cancer took over. She told me you will feel and know I'm there. Electricity she taps into and lets me know she's around when I'm distracted. Spirit loves electricity and electronics. Oh, yes, yes, absolutely. I have her with me more than when she was in the physical. Right, because the capabilities are infinite. Of course, that makes so much sense. Yeah, we have them way more. Actually, even though it hurts so much because we're human and we want their physical being here, we want to be able to hold them, hug them, and talk to them like this, face to face. But yeah, we actually have them more in spirit. I know that doesn't help us really feel any better. Like, it's like to some degree, of course, we want them here, but they're infinite. Hannah says she's been coming to my dreams since literally the night before she died. I know that a mother's love can never be disconnected from her babies. Amen, sister. Amen. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You are her child for a reason. You were connected in spirit before you were even born. You chose her and you had a soul contract together, and that just doesn't expire. Nothing gets in the way of that. Hey, Morgan. Hey, Kelly. I am not reading today, but hopefully at some point, one day this week, I will. You are welcome, Janice. You've called on him every day. Awesome. He loves that. They love that. So I'm sure he's just so excited. Georgette says, hey, lady, was wondering if there's any messages from my father or my son's father. Would love to hear something from them. I'm not reading right now, or I'm not connecting in that way, but if you want to, we can either do a reading together. By the way, if anyone wants a private reading on this, just request one. I have a website, soulalignedreadings.com, or I will let you all know on my Facebook page when I'm going to go live and just try to jump on and hopefully we can connect. Megan says, I need a message if you have one for me. Bless you and what you do for people. Thank you so much. I consider it a blessing, and I'm blessed that Spirit really calls me to do that and gives me this ability to, although we all have it. Right now I'm doing I'm not doing readings on this one. Would love guidance for hubby's work. Hi, Nita. I'm not doing readings for that today, but I will let everyone know if you are interested in doing a mentorship program with me on growing your psychic abilities and for your mediumship, comment below or message me, because I'm developing this program right now. This is just what I taught today is just one little piece. We dive deeper into these things in this mentorship program. So I want to help you get more confident with your own abilities, whether you want to read for other people like me, or if you just want to read and connect for yourself, either way, or you're not sure yet. Let me know. This isn't about business. This is about growing your psychic abilities and connecting and doing your own mediumship. Okay, if you're interested in that, let me know, comment, or message me, because I'm developing this program, and when I do decide to launch it out, I will most likely do an early bird price for those who get in first and get in early, and then we'll go from there. So let me know. Want to know who's interested in that. Hey, Teresa, can I ask you something? My son, who is 27 now, ever since the age of 14, has seen people, strangers. No one else can see them, and he was afraid to tell us, thinking we would think he was crazy. Finally, he opened up and told me, and finally his dad. His dad told him never speak to them, which he never did, and it's been a while since he has seen them, in a long time. But he said there was a man who would follow his dad that is nice looking in a suit. Very cool, very sharp, handsome man. But we believe that could be someone of no good. But what do you suggest for my son who has seen these people? He has seen people walking even beside the road cloaked in black with hoods. Devin is a very sentimental man and always have been. Why does this happen? You may not be able to tell me, but I've always wondered. Well, I know different, thanks for asking, first of all, Teresa, I appreciate you. So I know some mediums may differ from this, but I don't necessarily believe in the evil spirit thing. I think there are lower energies, and I think there are negative influences out there, but I think a lot of it comes from us, our projection of our own fears, our own insecurities, and our own ideas of what we've learned from the media. Okay, so I think all of those come together and we project that evil stuff. So if there's a spirit that's following around his dad, that's cool. I don't believe there would be a negative spirit hanging around with him like that. I believe it would be a spirit guide, or someone, you know, that's from a past life, or a spirit guide, or a loved one that is could be an ancestor that's connecting with him totally. So it'd be interesting to explore that even deeper. I wouldn't be afraid. I would tell him that's okay. So for him, what he might want to do then is do the opening, closing rituals. Have him, if he wants to develop this gift, then look into it. Like, have him look into it. Have him learn more. It's definitely, he's got a gift. I'm not, you know, the people in the black hoods, cloaked in black with hoods. He could ask them, I mean, he could ask them who they are, what they want. I mean, but still, like, having his protection rituals in place, I don't believe that it would be like this band of evil spirits that would attack him, or spiritually attack him, or spiritual warfare. I mean, there can be spiritual warfare, but like I said, we are beings that are in control. We can control this. We have the power to do so, and we don't have to be led by spirit. So I think oftentimes we declare spiritual warfare on ourselves and on each other as humans, because spirit, people on the other side, spirit, it's all good. It's all love energy. There is no such thing. It's the same energy from where we came is where we return. And that is God, that's the universe, that's spirit, that's love. There is nothing else. That's the creator energy. Even if they might not have been the kindest people when they were in their earthly body, they still return to the love that created them in the first place. So, not sure what he's seeing about the people in the black and cloaked. They may be spirits that are afraid to be seen, or not afraid because there's no fear, who are just hesitant to be seen. Maybe they don't want to scare him. Maybe they're trying to just be subtle. Maybe they're just trying to blend in. Or maybe they're giving him a hint or a signal that they're there, and that, you know, they're looking for a connection, but they're not going to come in without being invited. So I would be doing protection rituals, the opening and the closing, you know, opening, closing his third eye, opening it, closing it formally, saying if he doesn't want to see them, he tells them, I'm not open right now. You need to back off. You know, you can be firm. Like, you can be firm like that. You can still be loving and firm. Like, I am not reading. I'm not open to communication right now. You know, and he should be okay. So if he's spiritually sensitive and he's sentimental, he's an empath or he's intuitive, then he can grow that if he wants. He can ignore it or he can grow it, whatever he wants to do. But I see it as he's gifted. And so he can see where he wants to go with that, but definitely have his own rituals in place. Maybe he wants to carry around crystals, you know, like some black tourmaline, or some, what did I just say? Black tourmaline and black obsidian, or some sort of amethyst, or some sort of crystal with him if he feels like he needs some extra tools around him. But know that he absolutely has the power to turn it off if he wants. And if he ignores them, it's okay. He doesn't have to communicate just because they're there. Sue says, I hope that helped you, and thank you for asking. We are all so blessed. Mom and most our family are in spirit. I've grounded more, and depression, anxiety is going as it's like they are never gone. Hard to accept they are gone, but our spirituality and understanding that makes it easier. Yeah, thank goodness. Once we understand what spirit is and how it works, it does become, we miss them. Like, we're human. We still miss the heck out of them. We're still so sad. We grieve, and we need to grieve. And they're okay with us grieving. Know that too. They're okay if you're grieving. And if you need to grieve, there's no time limit. And they don't tell you, oh, get over it, get better. They're there to comfort you. They know you miss them. And that it's sometimes not the same for us to be able to communicate in spirit, even though we know it, we can, you know? They're so loving, and they're so understanding, and they're infinitely patient, right? Megan says you're interested in developing yours. Okay, I'll message you. Susan's interested. I will message you as well. And I'll message you, Sue, also. You're supposed to be asleep, wide awake, and happy. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that you're happy. So that's good. So I hope you are can get back to sleep and have a wonderful, beautiful sleep. You are interested, Hadadin. Hello. I will let you know all the details. I have a rush through my body. You reading that. I believe it's not harmful. Right? Yeah. See, you can, once you start trusting how you feel, you will see and you will feel this stuff, and you'll know what's right and what's speaking to you. Mercy says, I feel an energy power that takes over my body when I'm in bed. I can't move and I'm not scared. I know it's my husband. Yeah. Right? You know that you know that you know, and it's, our bodies don't lie. So that's awesome that you really connect with him so strongly, because he is a force. We know that. Hey, Sue says, more light workers. Yes, bring on the light workers. We need you. We need everyone to be in touch. Well, I shouldn't even say light workers like it's a total different, like it's an elite group or anything. Everyone's a light worker. Everyone has the light worker capability. We get to decide if we're going to use it or not, or if we're going to use it for good. So I want to see more people, more humans turn on their light worker abilities and really use it to uplift this planet, right? We need to. Hi, Cynthia. Teresa says he ignores them, and I thought they are asking for help, but I was kind of scared for him. He's in control. He is totally in control. He needs to remember that. He's just to manage his mind so he stays in control. And they might be asking for help, but he doesn't have to give it if he doesn't want to. Hey, Gray. Teresa says, I hate all these years he was afraid to tell us. Thank you so much. I will tell him. You're welcome. Yeah, what a gifted man he is. So exciting, actually. And I know it's weird because they're not, it feels sometimes like we're losing our minds. Like, right? Like, I mean, especially if you're a kid, like kids love it. Like, that's just kids being kids. They're so connected to spirit. They don't have all the mental bullshit and baggage that we have. So it's like normal to them. Like, oh, I have my friends in class and I have my imaginary friends in spirit. It's all good. Like, we all love each other. It's cool. But then when we start to get other people's opinions and we start to see things in the world like that, like the churches will say it's not cool, like it's of Satan and blah, blah, it's bad. Then people get that belief system put onto them and they feel weird talking about it. But why not? Why not? It's so good. Hi, Barbie. I am well, and I hope you are too. Thank you. Interested. I'll message you, Betsy. I'll message you, Barbie. Hey, Michael Jones. Yay. Good energy from you. Super dad and husband. Good spirit. Although I don't know if you might, but I was just talking about churches. I know, like, I have so many friends who are so, like, awesome. I love people who have such strong faith. Like, when you, like, are seriously into your faith and what you believe in and, like, really, really are just in it with your whole heart, it's awesome. And I know, like, it's not always the most, it really, like, challenges belief systems of the churches. And you have to work that out sometimes. I don't believe, and people can, like, rebuke me or not believe me or whatever they want to do. It's not going to stop me. And I truly believe that what I get comes from the higher spirit, the higher power. I do not take energy and I do not take message from lower energies or really like any evil wrongdoing, whatever. I don't know. Like, I so feel like that's more human. People, you know, we create heaven or hell on earth. We choose that. Talk about it. Sue says talk about it. The more people that awaken, we can make a difference. Yeah, this is going to be, it's a journey though. It is a journey. It's such, yeah, I mean, organized religion has been ingrained for so long. And I'm not against it. I don't criticize it. I just want people to, if you're going to be an organized religion, I want you to believe it with your whole heart and soul and have it uplift you and fulfill you and really fill your cup for real. Like, not because you think you have to, or you're going to church and they have these rules and you're kind of like not following them when you're not there. Like, this is why, or you just don't align. Like, I was Catholic. And I'm sorry, like, I respect, with all respect, my friends who are super into their church and very, very strong in their belief system with that, but I cannot support it for many reasons. And one of them is because I wasn't true to it. Like, I would sit there and say these prayers and make these promises at Mass, but I wasn't upholding that when I went home. And I didn't feel like I wanted to. Like, it was just, I didn't feel like that was my belief system when I walked out the door. I'm like, that's not cool. Like, if you're going to do something, go all in, go all in. And I say, don't use it to separate yourself from other people. Don't use it as a way to separate yourself. And I can't get into that either. But I will just keep doing what I'm doing. And I believe that we all ultimately are talking about the same spirit. We're all talking about the same spirit. So, and I think God is so infinite that God knows that. I laugh a little bit at the Bible with God got mad because there was a golden cow statue and he destroyed things. And I get like, if God was truly God, God is all knowing, all seeing, all like everything. And he is not human. He or she, that energy is not human. It's above human. Doesn't have, like, to me, getting pissed off and getting jealous is human. Like, so God does not have time for that. Come on. Hey, Natasha, what's up, girl? I miss you. You are amazing, educating people. Thank you so much for your time educating beautiful angel. Thank you, Sue, so much. So for all of you who are watching and you're interested in my mediumship and psychic ability mentorship program that I'm downloading, I just downloaded it this morning. It was a divine download and I can't wait. I'm so excited. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to form it, put it together and put all the details. And I'm going to message all of you who said you were interested because yeah, baby. So if you are interested in that, working with me closely, this would be like a one-on-one mentorship, but you would have a group support, but I would work with you one-on-one. I don't think this is all something that would be like all group. Hey, Tisha. So stay tuned. I'm going to message all of you who said you were interested. If you are interested, comment below or message me and we'll chat because this is going to be so cool. Like I'm literally getting the chills. I can't wait. So mentorship and psychic ability to enhance your own abilities, to bring out your gifts, and whether or not you want to go on and like create a business out of it or read for other people or do it for yourself, doesn't matter. This is just about growing your own skills so you feel confident and gives you rituals to put in place, visualizations, meditations, gives you your own practice that you feel good about. Looking forward to it. Awesome, Sue. Can't wait. Namaste. Right back to you. And I'm going to go. I've got to do a Q&A session, live Q&A coaching in Soul Aligned Life. So if you're not done with me yet and you're in my Soul Aligned Life group, come on over because I'm going to do Q&A coaching. So you got what's on your mind this week. Come and talk to me about it. Awesome. Christine's interested. Hey, Tisha. You're welcome, Mercy. You rock, woman. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Have an amazing, blessed day. Love and light.